Hey, this is Daryl Henry with Insurance for Entrepreneurs. And for this week's newsletter, I wanted to talk about the idea just do things. Efficiency will come later. And I'm going to talk about it in the context of both cold calling and making videos because these are two scenarios where I've learned a lot just by trying things and then refining my strategy as time goes on. And the more I did it, the more I could learn. So just in time learning helped a lot. So, first off, with cold calling, there's a number of things that just get better the more you do it, and it gets easier the more you do it. First, you refine your scripts. You realize what will work based on what didn't work, and you got to have a lot of things that don't work. Before you try out your scripts and see what works for you and which lines work in the moment, you can listen to 1,000 different ideas on how to do it, and they all sound good, but it's like a writing style. You don't know what's going to come out of you well until you start doing it, until you start trying it. There are sales lines I've heard from some great salespeople that I could never replicate. One of the guys that I grew up watching had a southern accent and had a real laid back demeanor. It could make people laugh. And I just can't deliver lines the way that he delivers lines. I have my own way of delivering lines, a little bit a little bit of sarcasm, a little bit of self-demeaning humor, but I can't do what he did. I have to find the way that I do it. And the only way I refined that strategy was making thousands and thousands of calls and feeling out what worked in the moment. And the same thing happened for value proposition. You know, in insurance, it does boil down to some key things, but the way you present it is different. And once again, it's all about writing style and what your customer feels when you're dealing with them. So, some people want someone that's going to be laid back, that's going to be more relational and softer. Other people want someone that's going to be more aggressive and have a little bit harder edge. There's a different buyer for each seller. And what I think you find out over time in doing the job is which buyers resonate with you as a seller. And that helps you get more and more focused in who you're talking to and who you focus in on. That's one of the challenges of building a niche, I think, in the insurance industry is that a lot of people will tell you you're supposed to know who the niche is on the front end. And that helps, but most people don't know what that niche is going to look like until you do it for a long time. I work with a lot of recovery programs now. I didn't work with my first addiction recovery program for the first 8 years of my career in the industry. And it really only picked up 10 years in. I did a lot of other social services. I did a lot of other things that were tangential to it, but I didn't do recovery until I'd been doing all these other things and really refined my strategy and found the people that I really, really resonate with. It's like a block of clay that you slowly shape over time, and repetitions make you better. The efficiencies come later, right? And I felt the same thing in making videos. I've started making videos in the last 6 months, and there were 1,000 things I didn't know. I didn't know what equipment to use. I didn't know about lighting. I didn't know which software I wanted to use. I didn't know how to make a script. I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know anything. And if I had waited to know everything I needed to know before I got started, I just never would have gotten started. And so I can tell you, I changed where I shoot my videos at least 6 times. I changed the software I used, I changed the equipment I used. I went from using my iPhone, I got 3 different types of lighting equipment. And eventually, what I did was I landed on a webcam and a microphone. And I realized I like that best because I can have the camera right in front of me and I can have a script right below it. And that helps me stay on track. That helps me record better videos the first time. And I also changed software. I found that, hey, thumbnails are important. I need Canva. Canva is pretty cheap. And I also learned how to use ChatGPT for video topics and for writing scripts and for YouTube descriptions and title ideas and all that. There's 1,000 things that I just didn't know 6 months ago that I know now. But I know it because I tried. I was no good. I learned a little bit. I tried again, learned a little bit more, was still no good. I'm still not very good, but I'm better and I get a little bit better every time. And I think that's the key idea is that the first time you do anything, you're terrible at it. And there's no way to not be terrible at it the first time you do it. But if you don't do it, you will continue to be terrible. And the only way to not be terrible is to just do things, and the efficiency will come later. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to my newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, go build something great.